actually did talk to a police officer, um, but there is no actual report because the police officer told me that I had um, I had gotten into his car, I had gone into his home, that I knew him, and that no one would ever put him away for rape. He told me I needed to get into the car, go back to that house, and face him and talk to him, and I couldn't do that. So I refused to sign. I refused to sign a report, but I did talk to a police officer.
So that is absolutely remarkable. He suggested that the resolution to all of this would be to get back in a car and head back to the.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think rape is one thing. He was an attempted murderer at this point as well, because I think at one point, did you say you were blacking out because of the chokehold and the belt and the buckle that he'd stuffed in your mouth?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, when he was talking to me, I had, my head bounced off the wall, bounced off the floor. I'd been strangled. I couldn't speak. I had broken ribs. I couldn't take a breath. I was wrapped in a blanket so he couldn't see. He couldn't see I had a few knife wounds. He couldn't see any of that. He could just see my face turning red and getting ready to turn into a black eye. And, my face was beaten. That's all he could see. I was
What
afraid.
doesn't make any sense, sorry, Morgan, what doesn't make sense is the police had witnesses. Your friends had to break into the room. And he literally stood up and said, take her. And all of you escaped the house. There were other witnesses, a vehicle with a couple driving it that nearly hit you as you ran out almost naked into the road. They got your whole group to safety. None of this was enough for the police when you reported this to them?
He didn't ask. He didn't ask, The police at that time didn't like hippies. They didn't like the kids in the street. They didn't like, they thought we were troublemakers and we made their jobs harder, and they just literally didn't like you. And, that's what he saw. He saw as just two people fighting. He didn't really see, he just couldn't get a grip on what had actually happened. Men always got the, benefit of the doubt in those days.
So, as I understand your story, you were too afraid to, sorry, what's that? As I understand it, you were too afraid to tell your parents about what had happened, and yet you ended up having to sleep beside their bed because of the trauma and the PTSD you went through.
I did. I wasn't afraid to tell them. I was afraid of what would happen if I told them. When the police officer told me that they would never put him in jail for rape, I knew that my father would go after him. And I was afraid that Rod would kill my father, or that my father would kill him and go to prison for life. And my mother was not emotionally stable. I was concerned about her mental health also. But I was really afraid of what it would do to my family. I wasn't afraid to tell them.
I look at his face, and I understand the reports that he had charm and charisma, and I get it. I get why he would be a contestant on the dating game, but it must make your blood boil to see that he got so far along in his life and in his killings. When you think back to this, have you come to terms with it? Does it still eat away at you?
It does, but I really, we didn't have the internet then. You didn't have. I moved from California to New York. It wasn't big news in New York, so all I knew, I had to keep following it on microfilm in a library was the best I could do. And I know he eventually was charged with what he did to Tali, and he was given a life sentence, but with parole. And it never occurred to me they'd ever let someone so vicious out. So I knew nothing else about him. I just thought he was in prison for all those years. It was probably another 30 years before I ever knew anything else about him. And then I realized he killed a 12-year-old, that he had killed other women. They spoke of serial killer. It was impossible for me to wrap my mind around. even though I know what he did to me, but to picture him going out and hunting women down and getting out again and again and again from prison is really, really hard to accept.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.